Why, hello there, people.
Hello. We are back on day 5, fuck day 4. And this is episode 5, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can count. It's your narration turn.
Oh, yeah. Mai was still asleep when I got back. There was no way I was going back to bed, so I changed into my uniform, grabbed my bag, and went to class early.
Just a thought, did I turn on the music again?
I don't think you did. We have to turn off the music when we're doing tests so that we can actually hear, like, the recording and not...
I mean, there's no
The
music in
music.
this scene. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
This mouse is so sensitive. I don't know how to deal with it.
Blame Connor. You can also just use spacebar.
You can?
Spacebar.
So you can. Okay. My plan was to get started on the project Miss Shizuka gave us. As sincere as PPG was, I wasn't quite sure he'd hold up his end of the bargain. I stepped into the classroom and went to my seat, throwing my bag against my desk. A small snap came from across the room. Shane was at his desk, giving me a look.
Do you mind? I'm trying to work.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Excuse you, bitch.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry. I'm actually sorry this time, not me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I looked to the door. It was too late to leave, but I didn't want to be stuck by myself with a guy who clearly hated me. He doesn't hate you. It's just... Ugh. I really like Shane's route, and I really wish we were doing it because it's the best.
Okay.
I don't think we're doing that one, though.
Keep narrating.
I don't think Helen's interested. I sat down at my desk and looked at my hands.
This is the quietest place I can find in the mornings.
Really?
Really? Not the library?
Shane shook his head.
I see. I'll try not to bother you.
He shook his head again.
You're fine. Do whatever.
It'd be awkward if I just sat there like that.
So, what are you working on?
Shane looked at me, and for a moment I thought he wasn't going to answer. Then he waved me over. I crossed the room to his desk and looked over his shoulder. Several sheets of paper with lightly sketched outlines lay in front of him. It looked like they were for comics?
You draw manga, you weeaboo shit? Yeah.
I don't think it's manga, because he's not Japanese.
This is a school in Japan, Mary.
Yeah, but he's from England. We've established that several times.
But the definition of manga is comics made in Japan. Check and mate.
Yeah, but they're also
Check
normally
and
backwards, and I think his probably aren't.
Also, like, manga is literally just the Japanese word for comics. So if they were speaking Japanese, she would probably say manga, not kamikasu.
Whatever.
What about?
He shrugged.
Whatever.
He said it with a touch of finality, so I skipped to another topic.
Do you mind if I ask where you're from?
Shane gave a heavy sigh.
Could you not tell by my accent?
That was terrible.
Could you not tell by my accent?
That's even worse.
Could you not tell?
What even is that? Maybe I should take over Shane's voice.
I'm from England. This is my second year. Oh.
He continued to draw, etching in the lines of a British flag above what looked to be a government building.
Do you miss it?
He finished shading a line before responding.
I guess. My whole family is there. You're by yourself? Why did you come here, you poor lost lonely child? Let me fix you. Class will start soon. Don't you have something to work on?
Ouch. Taking the hint, I went back to my desk. Suddenly the door slammed open.
Hey.
Hey, look! We got here early!
Wonderful.
Oh, Hana, Shane, looks like it's just the four of us. We should stir up some trouble.
Trouble?
Let's plant an egg on Miss Shizuka's chair, eh? I bet you think that was hilarious.
No.
No.
Aw, come on. I bet I could find an exploding bird or two to dive bomb us during class.
No.
I like because there's not much inflection I can put on no. So like the pre-existing voice here, like, I'm not improving it much. But hey, don't take it away from me. No. I bet you could probably bake her a cake.
Fill the knives.
Fuck, man. The heck is wrong with you?
Shane was more than an ocean away from his family and friends. I was only 2 hours away from my dad, yet I missed him so much. Was Shane homesick at all?
And I'm an eternity away from my dead weeaboo mother.
Soon other students filled the room and Mai joined me at my desk, asking why I abandoned her. I filled her in on the situation. She had a good laugh, but as the clock ticked closer to class time, I felt like something was missing. Eventually I realized what it was. PBG wasn't in class yet. The bell rang, Miss Shizuka came in, and class began, but he was still nowhere to be found. Where was he? Why do I care so much?
The real problem that causes grinding to be necessary in RPGs, if you ask me, is that the whole system is flawed.
Miss Shizuka's on a tangent again. She must have gotten stood up. Class was nearly over and PBG still hadn't shown. I was worried, but no one else seemed to care. That kid always misses class. Still, what if he was sick? Why didn't anyone care?
Why do I care?
That is a good question. At the sound of the bell, Miss Shizuka jumped. Sorry.
Well, turn in a 2-page reflection on why the human species as a whole has the emotional range of a teaspoon due tomorrow.
Hey, Harry Potter reference.
Hey.
I love Harry Potter.
Pat. Pat, pat.
She definitely got stood up.
Miss Shizuka, I could go out with you.
No. You're like 17 and she's like 20-something.
I'm 22.
Yeah, but Hana isn't, and you... Stop being a creep. I stood and dashed to her desk. Maybe she's older than that. I have no idea how old she's supposed to be.
Yes, Hana? PPG wasn't in class today, and, I can take his notes to him if you need. Oh, Hana, you're a godsend. I fucking hate dealing with kids.
Miss Shizuka's eyes watered. She leaned over her desk and pulled me into a hug.
It's wonderful to see our youth have hope. Hana.
She pulled away and stared into my eyes.
You are the chosen one. Don't give up on love. You're young. If PPG is the one you want, you have my blessing. Here, take these papers.
She shoved the handouts from today's class into my hands and gathered her things.
Bless your heart.
She left the room crying. Ha! Poor thing. She must have really liked this one.
Does this happen often?
Often enough. So you're taking that to PBG?
Yeah. But now that I think of it, I don't know his room number.
402.
Creep. I mean, how?
It's next to Jared's room, so of course I notice him leaving in the mornings.
Okay, no, actually just creep.
I told you, Mai is the biggest creep in the whole school, and you didn't believe me.
I mean, the reason I didn't believe you is that, like, we have a lot of creeps. There's some serious creepetition going on here.
I've got tryouts, so I won't be able to go with you. Good luck, though. I'm sure he'll be happy to see you. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I told you, I don't think he feels that way.
Before I could say anything more, she left the room.
Guess we're not friends anymore. Guess I can date her now. 400, 401, 402. Here it is, right in front of the door numbered 8.
I paused in front of his door, my heart in my throat. I suddenly felt horribly stupid about bringing this to him. It wasn't like he would even look at it. He said himself that he hated school. But what if he was dying in there? John went to the drama club. He wouldn't be back for a few hours. Sucking it up, I knocked on the door. Who is it?
It's Hana. I brought some notes from,
The door swung open before I could finish my sentence. PBG beamed down at me.
Hana.
Hana, hi!
Hey. Hi.
Come in, come in.
Thanks.
I stepped into a messy room. Posters lined the walls.
That is not messy. That is, like, cleaner than this room has ever been, that's for goddamn sure. Look, they're using shelves to stack books. And like, DVDs underneath the television.
I think those are supposed to be video games.
Yeah, you're right, video games. Like, the only thing on the floor is a soccer ball.
I think the idea is you're supposed to use your imagination to understand that this room is full of shit. The posters lined the walls, and small Harvest Moon plushies were piled on one of the beds, which I assume to be PBG's.
This game is full of shit.
Is full of what?
Shit.
Oh. A TV was on in the center of the room. Turby twinkled happily from the pause menu.
You were playing games?
Huh? Oh, yeah. PBG closed the door behind me.
Ooh. What? Is that not the noise that you're supposed to make when you're alone with a guy in a room?
You live with your boyfriend. Do you make that noise every time you're alone together? Yeah, I didn't think so.
I plead the fifth.
I didn't feel like going to class today, so I thought I'd stay in and do some work.
Work? What is this work you speak of?
Well, we have to...
It's okay, Mary. You know, the tournament's not for a couple more, I don't know, time periods. You have time to practice your speech abilities.
Well, we do have a tournament coming up, so this kind of counts.
I brought you the stuff we went over in class. You know, class. The one where we share a project. 10% of our grade.
He took the papers out of my hands and set them on a desk next to a small stack of manga.
I'm glad you're feeling well.
Were you worried that I was sick? Sorry. But that's adorable, so I'm kind of happy about it.
Still sucks at flirting. What?
Do you want to hang out? We have to work on a project at some point anyways, right?
Well, I didn't really have anything else planned, but I really didn't want to do this with you because I don't think you're any good at it. What, is that not what the line says? I think that's what the line says.
Great! He plopped into a beanbag and slapped a pillow down next to him. Do you want to play?
No, I'm not too good at games. I think I'll just watch.
Okay then. He unpaused the game. Turby sprinted across the screen, shooting fireballs from his mouth. PB and I didn't talk much. Instead, I commented on the game and laughed at him when he died. Before I knew it, the sun was setting and I had to leave. You're welcome back anytime. Actually, we're having a Stomping Sisters tournament in 2 days. You can come if you want.
Really? Really? Sure.
See ya.
Awesome. It'll be at noon in this room. I'll see you there. I left the dorm and stepped out into the fading sunlight. The air was warm, filled with the smell of freshly cut grass. I also like PBG's route a lot.
Yeah. It's really exciting. We played a video game. I think that really says something unique about his character in this game. That he,
You say as we're playing a video
that
game?
He plays video games. That's what I'm saying, is literally the only defined character trait of everyone in this game is they play video games.
That's not true. He also plays soccer.
Of every character. That's like the one trait that every single character in this game has in common, is that they all play video games.
Not all of them.
Who?
Mai doesn't play games. Mimi doesn't play games. Other people I'm sure don't, but we're not going to talk about them. I couldn't put my finger on it, but something about being around PBG was comforting. Shaking my head, I went back to the dorms.
Hana, being around literally any other human being is comforting for you unless they talk about your hair. Hey, Mai, how did tryouts?
Hana, close your eyes! Don't move! Before I could flip on the light switch, something warm collided with me and my eyes were covered.
I would just like to take a second to remind Mary that I have roommates who are going to think that I'm weird.
They already think you're weird.
What's going on?
One of them is dating you. He knows how weird you are.
Okay, I don't care about him thinking I'm weird. I mean, like, I have
You
the
think
valid-
you care about David thinking you're weird.
Mostly Tanner, actually. I don't know why, but, like, I always feel like Tanner is slightly judging me.
I think that's just how he is.
I mean, yes, but, you know, still. Anyways, what's going on?
Stop squirming. You'll ruin it.
Ruin what?
Just follow my lead, okay? Mai guided me through the room, telling me where to step. Down. She put out her head on my back and folded me in half, inching me into something that felt like it had a roof.
Is she putting me in the doghouse?
Almost done.
What exactly is going on?
And ta-da! I gasped.
So gay.
It really is very gay right now.
Mai, what is this? Are you proposing to me?
I don't think it's quite that gay. They are still in high school, but I mean, okay.
Okay, look at that face that Hana is making at Mai. That is a super gay face.
Yeah, it is, but it's not like proposal level gay.
But it's at like.
Anyway, what does it look like?
Gay.
It's a pillow fort. I've been looking forward to this for ages. Tryouts already happened. I made the team easy. I left early because I wanted to set this up for you.
For me?
Well, for us. You've been such a good friend to me, Hana. I'm so glad we got to be roommates. I wanted to do something for you to make you feel more at home. It's like us being roommates, except this is way more gay. I mean...
Also, we didn't make any bad pillow forts. That was a mistake.
Yeah, we'll have to do that sometime. I wanted to do something for you to make you feel more at home. I've seen how panicked you can be going around school. Pity radius.
Pity radius.
I don't know what happened in your life, but Asagao is your fresh start, right? You've got me, and you've got this school, and normal boots too. If you're up for it, this can be your new life. You don't ever have to look back. And now is when we can play.
Mai.
Yes, I knew it. I totally knew you were going to cry.
This whole thing was just set up for Mai to make me cry. It's been
I
recorded.
guess this means I was successful. Ah, Mai, you've done it again.
She's gonna put it on YouTube just to humiliate me. I mean, Mai. Oh, Mai.
I slammed her into a hug. Whoa, be careful. You don't want to break it. This took me forever.
Mai, I was bullied at my old school. That's why I came here. I can't face my fears. And it was only because my dad gave up everything to afford it, except for the 4DS. I thought you wouldn't like me because of my pink hair, and I have a hard time trusting people because of my pink hair.
Shut up, okay? You don't know what she went through, okay? I actually really empathize with Hana just because, feelings, okay?
I'm just gonna take this rant moment to have headphones that aren't trying to be pulled out of my ears constantly.
And I have a hard time trusting people. Oh, that's you.
But if you wanted to, I think we could be lovers?
No.
Girlfriends?
Stop.
Girlfriends.
I'm not moving away until you say the actual line.
Lesbians?
Stop.
Lesbians.
No.
If you wanted to, I think we could be boyfriends. We're best friends, fine. We're BFFs.
Oh God, no, I'm gonna cry. Yay! Yes, let's be friends.
Oh man, she didn't say best friends. She is totally like normal friend zoning me.
I'm so happy.
Me too.
You really sound like it.
Together we're unstoppable.
This is how best friendship works, right? It's just one day you're like, okay, we've been friends for a little while now. Do you want to make it official that we are best friends?
Yeah, it's been like 4 days, hasn't it, Mary?
I'll say.
Let's hook you and Jared up.
What? Wait, I can't even speak to him without self-destructing.
It's fine. There is no way he'll turn down a threesome with you and I.
There's no way he couldn't fall for you. Sounds pretty gay on its own, Helen.
I mean, yeah, but like, more innuendos is always better.
Oh yeah? And no one's caught your eye yet?
Huh?
I'd say there's more than a few suitors on your horizon. Aren't you gonna give it a shot?
Me?
Nope, I'm narrating.
No, not me.
Dating? My eyes shifted across the fort I made, the stuffed rabbit sitting on my bed, the window with a view of Asagao's manicured lawn.
I already have a beautiful red-haired waifu. Why would I want to date anyone else?
My life changed so much, so quickly.
You know, maybe I could.
Aw, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Well, I prepared some activities for us to do. Look. She pulled out a tablet and opened an app. We're going to marathon you through Vavatar.
Like X-ray and Vavatar?
What was that?
Like X-ray and Vavatar? You don't boost your teeth. That's okay.
I think this is supposed to be Avatar, the awesome cartoon series.
I don't know.
Too late! She pressed play. As evening faded into night, we huddled in the blanket fort, watching episode after episode and messing with each other.
In a totally gay way.
Happier than I'd been for a long time, I rested my head on my shoulder.
In a totally gay way.
And before I knew it, I'd fallen asleep.
Then I fell asleep straight, just like lying down.
As usual, the next day Ma and I got to school early, still poking fun at each other for a moment the night before. But as we approached Poppy Hall, I noticed something felt different. A palpable tension hung in the air. It was almost humid. Man, what is up with everyone?
I don't know. Is there a test today?
Not that I know of. Yeah, because Mai would be the one to know. But as we entered the building and turned the corner, it suddenly made sense. Jared and Paul were arguing amidst a large crowd, spit flying from their mouths, while Nick and Josh walked along the hallway pasting posters of Paul's face over Jared's modeling shots.
I thought I told you to stop and take these posters down. Here, Josh.
Oh, yeah. No, what is wrong with you?
These walls are everybody's space. We don't have to listen to you.
And you should know that this campaign is way more important than your little fashion show.
No. But mine were here first. Lay off them. This is between you and me, Jared. Leave them out of it. You've been taking up all the wall space with your show. The student elections are so much more important. It is our government. The student government doesn't even do anything.
Why is he all of a sudden British?
Because I have to differentiate Jared and Paul, and it just, like, Jared's voice is default snobby. I know he's not supposed to be, but...
kind of is.
As current president, I can say with full knowledge and proper authority that the student government does a ton for this school. You don't even know, Jared. You don't even know. What does the student government actually...
She wasn't with me anymore. She'd pried herself between Jared and Paul and was pushing them apart. I ran forward to help her.
You're tearing us apart. You guys should stop. Hana.
Double Hana all the way across the sky. I flinched.
Sorry, Hana. I didn't mean to yell. We want your opinion on something. You're a regular student, a new student. You're uninvolved. Which do you think is more important, our student government or the fashion show?
This is all you.
Oh man, this is my big choice. So we've been doing the anti-Hana route, as in, who do I think Hana is, and what do I think she would generally choose? Generally, I think Hana would try to do the confrontational, I don't want to choose between you. But, that leaves us with two more choices. Now, Hana, would she be more into student government or the fashion show?
This actually is, kind of an important choice, depending on, what route you want to do.
You said Jared's route was cringy.
All right.
Yes. Thanks for knowing what's up, Hana. I want you to win presidency again, Paul. I really do. But the fashion show will be even greater for the school.
You can click. I'm sorry. Got weird cord tangles happening. I'm trying to fix it.
Plus, my posters were here first. I have special rights.
Spatial.
Special?
No, spatial rights.
Spatial rights? Dude, your fashion show isn't even that cool. jealousy, rage, a killer high jump kick. They should call you the man with 3 features. I'm not some cheap action figure. Well, whatever. I guess I'll put my posters somewhere with free walls. Paul's campaign for presidency, free the walls, 20K.
20K.
20K. It's in the past. Maybe they'll get a janitor or two to vote for me. Paul was heartbroken.
You know, if we are going to do Jared's route, maybe I should take over his voice.
Why?
Because otherwise, like I said, it's just going to be you talking to yourself for hours.
Is that a problem? I don't think that's a problem. Also, if that's a problem, that's like not all of the guys, but that's like half of the guys. Thanks for being truthful, Hana. I'm gonna try harder and see if I can change the students' minds about this.
It was amazing they even cared what I thought. Hana's usually right about these things. You should listen to her.
You've known me for 4 days.
It's 5 days now.
Oh, sorry, 5. My
Today's
bad.
the 6th. Mai patted me on the back and I jumped. I forgot she was there. Like everyone else did. Like Jared did. Jared looked at Mai, raising an eyebrow.
Are you sure, Mai? Don't you have your own opinion?
Why'd he bother to ask? Hashtag rude. Well, if I'm being honest, I care more about the fashion show. I go to the elections because I have to, but I go to the show because I want to. Plus, it raises a lot of money for the school.
Thank you.
He gestured dramatically at Mai as if her opinion sealed the deal.
That's because we made it a fundraiser.
Ah, the 5-minute bell. Class was about to start. Jared nodded to us and walked away. Paul opened his mouth as if to say something more, but evidently thought better of it. He headed after Jared with Nick and Josh, thanking them for their help. Being a year ahead of us, their classes would be on the next floor. I began to follow them, but I gently pulled her arm. Our classroom was the other way. Jared, if you need any help with the show, I'm here. Her yell echoed through the emptying hallway. Jared, without looking back, raised a hand in acknowledgement. Mai covered her mouth and emitted a skull-piercing squeal.
You're not allowed to do that inside.
When... Are you talking to me or Mai here?
You. Just like letting you know if you wanted to imitate that for the recording, you're not allowed.
Shut up. See, now I want to, and I didn't before. I won't subject you to that, guys.
Thank you.
Shut up, not you. Wincing, I dragged her into the classroom. After the drama that morning, I wasn't sure what to expect at lunch. I dawdled on my own, making up an excuse about copying notes, hoping whatever tension remained would dissipate while I was gone. When I got to the cafeteria, it seemed my plan succeeded. Hana, we saved a spot for you. Get over here. Mai sat at the Normal Boots Club table, looking like she completely belonged. She waved for me to join her. I sat down next to her at the edge of the table. Josh was across from me. We made eye contact as I sat down, so I nodded slightly to him. He nodded back. I felt accepted.
I'm just going to point out, she says, I sat down at the edge of the table. These tables are circular. The whole thing is an edge.
I mean, they're parts that are like...
Yeah, 2-person tables,
square.
not something that's going to fit like 10 people. Hey, Hana. How is class? Good, thanks. PPG might have already told you, but we're working together on a project. It's going pretty well. I'm doing the, is that Gerard back there? Damn straight.
In a shy moment of not wanting to look Nick in the eye, I glanced to the side and saw Gerard in the back of the cafeteria with someone I didn't know. Everyone turned to look. He's probably doing some trading. Satch waved a hand. So I borrowed a new drawing tablet the other day, hoping I could use it to make plans for my machine. Satch changed the subject and everyone started talking about that. I, however, kept my concentration on Gerard, who was holding a small figure. Same with the girl he was talking to. Were those what they were trading?
No, they're trading drugs.
No, no, Helen. Those are itty-bitty kitties. They're really popular right now. I'm surprised you don't recognize them.
I think you mean they are ecstasy tablets in the shape of itty-bitty kitties.
Stop. They're kitty figures of all different shapes and colors.
Like
I have a few
ecstasy
myself.
tablets.
Stop! They're not trading drugs. Don't turn this into a weird drug game. That's not what this is. This is cute fun. Quit ruining it. Like you ruin everything.
I think you have a line to say, Mary.
Shush. They're kitty figures of all different shapes and colors. I have a few myself. You know me, I'm hip to the know about these things. They're pretty cute, but kind of a little girl thing. She shrugged. Gerard is known as the completionist around here, and every time a new thing gets popular, he collects them all. I've never seen his collections, but I've heard they're really impressive. You have to be a dedicated person to do something like that. The completionist? Was that why he was so thorough in giving me a tour?
Is it still you?
IBK is the thing right now. Last year, too. I think in first year there were a lot of people collecting silly, slimy snakes, but that got old fast. Teachers didn't like everything coated in a thin layer of slime. I still have one in our room. I can show you sometime. Jared tapped Mai on the shoulder and she whirled around, hitting me in the face with her hair.
Thank you.
Yes?
I wanted to thank you for this morning.
Oh, no, it was nothing. Definitely. I mean it. As Jared and Mai spoke, my eyes went back to Gerard's exchange. The girl pulled the second figurine out of her backpack and held both of them up. Gerard inspected it and shook his head. She pulled another one out, sadly this time, and Gerard's face lit up. He held out his figure, and they swapped. How bittersweet. Letting go of something you love to get something you would potentially love more. What do you think, Hana? My attention was pulled away. I hadn't been listening to the conversation.
Huh?
Yes or no?
Fucking... I feel like Hana would by instinct just say yes because she wants to please people, so she's gonna say no. She's gonna say no.
Interesting. Mai gave me a skeptical glance, then turned away. I bowed my head in apology and took one last quick look at the intriguing trade happening.
See, look how guilty Hana is just by saying no. She doesn't even know what she said no to, but she feels bad about it.
I mean, she'll feel bad either way with that one. The girl left and Gerard was now talking to a boy with a messy appearance who made exaggerated hand motions. Looked like he just got out of bed. Was this another trade?
All right.
So, official announcement, in case you haven't heard, we're having a competition tomorrow. Just a little casual something to get us ready for the tournament. If you ask me what the fuck Jared's voice is, I'm going to respond with, I don't fucking know. Help. Send help.
I could take over.
But then Jared would sound like Satch in PBG, and Johnshan, and Mai.
Hey, I have more variety in my voices than you do, okay? Let's not confuse who the better voice actress is here. I will fight you.
Excuse me, you don't have the range of Nick and Gerard?
Finally! We've been planning this one since last year's. My attention snapped back to the conversation happening in front of me. Was this what PBG was talking about yesterday?
Hana, Mai, you're invited if you'd like to come. Either way is fine. Wink! But let me know so I can plan. How does it work? It's a little thing, some lighthearted fun to start off the new year. Lighthearted fun my ass. John almost broke Satch's nose last year and Gerard twisted his ankle.
Satch delicately raised a hand to his nose.
No.
It was an accident!
You forgot the part where you almost passed out from blood loss, Shane. I didn't forget.
He looked away.
I can never forget. I don't know about this. I'm not very good at video games.
Sure you are! Jared will come.
All right.
Awesome. I'll plan for you to be there. Don't worry, Hana. It's actually fun. You probably won't get hurt. Hot.
As much as I would...
Hot. I have a problem of accidental British. It's a serious disease.
You and your weird speech impediment.
Hey.
As much as I was afraid of possibly losing a limb, I really did want to go. I was glad Mai was there to force me into it. Without her, I would be a lonely transfer, probably eating grass by myself at this very moment.
I mean, have you ever eaten grass?
No.
Then how do you know it's a bad idea? Yeah, sounds fun. Thanks for inviting us. Of course, it would be rude to have you sit with us at lunch and then ban you from our tournament. Plus, it'll be nice to have some new competition.
And if any of you are wondering what on earth Helen's accent is, we literally grew up in the same town. Helen just talks like that for no apparent reason.
I have a personal vendetta against the letter R, and especially the word world. Fuck world. I look forward to winning.
The rest of the lunch passed by comparatively uneventfully. Or at least, if anything else happened, I didn't notice. I was too busy staring at the food in front of me, joy and horror mixing in my stomach.
That's good for your appetite.
What?
I said that's good for your appetite.
There was no way I was going to beat even one of these normal boots boys. I would make a fool of myself. But still, I was getting to go. It was a privilege nobody else shared. Ooh, did I miss something? Nope, okay. Paul looked at me with what seemed like concern, and I smiled at him. Pity radius.
Pity radius.
He grinned and returned to his food. The least I could do was give it a chance, right? After a long day, class was finally over, and I was ready to go home. Miss Shizuka still wasn't over her breakup, and Mai complained loudly that she needed a new man so the homework would stop being bop to the top, so the homework would stop being so killer. It was something to do, though. What else would I be doing if not homework? Studying, probably. Hana, before we go back to the dorms, there's something in A32 that I want to show you. Come. A32, wasn't that...
The normal boots club room? We're not allowed in there. There's no meeting today, and no one is going to be there either.
That's exactly why we need to go now. Mai grabbed my hand and dragged me through the halls.
I don't know about this. What if someone sees us?
If you act natural, no one will care. There's too many people around. Nobody will be interested in what we're doing.
Correction. Literally everyone at the school has been interested in what the fuck I am doing since I got here.
Not really. Just the normal boots peeps.
And everyone in the fucking school cares what the normal boots peeps care about. Therefore.
I don't think, as long as you're not with them, I don't think.
Check and mate.
Mai was full of confidence that I wish I shared.
I really don't think I'm comfortable with this.
Mai stopped at the clubroom door, gently tugging on it. Yeah. Sweet! They left it open! She pulled me into the clubroom and shut the door behind us.
Makeout time?
It's in here.
Makeout time.
Here was a storage closet at the very back of the room, a plain white cabinet.
Makeout time.
Stop. She stopped short of the door, looking expectantly at me. I tugged the knob, expecting it to be locked like all storage closets were. The knob didn't move, confirming my suspicions. Relief swept through me.
Well, darn, looks like it's locked. I guess whatever you have to show me, we'll have to wait until another day. Or maybe never.
Oh, I know it's locked. That's why I have these. She pulled a shiny chain of keys from her pocket, eyes sparkling.
What? Shizuka's keys? Who gave you those?
No one. I'm borrowing them for a little bit. No harm done. She fiddled with the door handle, going through key after key.
Mai, I'm seriously uncomfortable with this. Someone is bound to find out. They always do. And then I get bullied because of my pink hair.
Finally, there was a small click and the lock relented. Don't worry, Hana. I'll protect you. Mai opened the closet and a light shone down directly onto its contents. Yay! There they are!
Hi, I still have roommates.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's only two there. Shut up. To my utter bewilderment, there sat luminescent golden boots resting on a velvet pillow encased in a glass box.
What are these? Clearly the fucking normal boots.
I stepped closer to the case and was about to put my hand on the glass, but stopped inches before, wrought with guilt.
We shouldn't be here.
These, Hana, are the boots. The boots. It's the symbol of the Normal Boots Club. This is their clubroom, after all. I'm telling you, these guys don't mess around.
Is it made of gold? Real gold? That must have cost a fortune.
I'd say they're solid gold. Only worth 100,000 yen or so. But to really make sure... Mai's fingers wiggled in front of her face. Before I could stop her, she opened the glass case and lifted the boots from the velvety pillow they were resting on.
Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. Burglar alert, burglar alert. Oh, what kind of shit security do they have here?
It's a school.
What kind of shit security do they have
Keep
here?
going.
Mai, please be careful.
I grabbed the boots from underneath just in case she dropped them. Good thing, too, because they were heavy. The gold was cool and hard to the touch. These boots were definitely not wearable and anything but normal. Mai bounced them up and down, weighing them with her hands. Her arms flexed as she did so. I suddenly realized why her pats in the back hurt so much. Volleyball made her strong.
Bingo.
Yeah, definitely solid gold. Mimi lied to me. She said they were gold-plated. I didn't believe her, so I had to check.
So you dragged me along instead of her?
The display of wealth made my stomach turn. Where they saw a symbol, I saw months of food for my father and I. 100,000 yen was just lying in a closet protected by a single, poorly guarded key. It might not be a big deal to the students with rich parents, the majority of the academy, but it was more than disturbing to me.
Uh-huh.
Yes, you! I wanted you to experience this with me. Silhouetted by the warm glow of the spotlights, Mai smiled at me. That smile almost made me... I get so, tongue-twisted. I don't like it. That smile almost made me feel okay with being here without permission. Almost. Plus, when we get caught, we'll be okay. There's no way they can punish you. They really like you.
What?
The storeroom lights flickered on. We both turned abruptly, still holding the boots. Shane stood in the doorway.
Fuck, we
Maybe not that one.
We fucked up.
You done hecked up.
You, what are you doing here? That case is supposed to be locked.
Well, it was locked.
Mai,
Shane.
we're really sorry, Shane. We heard the boots were kept in here and we're curious, that's all. No harm done, right? Here, Mai, let me extend my pity radius. Maybe it'll work on Shane this time. Alright, let's give the boots back to him.
Yeah, I was just showing her. We aren't suspicious. You guys hide it away. How was anyone ever supposed to see it? She handed the boots to Shane, who placed them carefully back into the case, adjusting the pillow to the center.
No.
We hide it from people who aren't in the club, like you.
The case clicked shut.
Shane, I'm sorry.
Do not come back here. Get out of my sight.
But
I am containing my anger now, but your continued presence is making that ever more difficult.
I gulped. Mai and I dashed out of the door. Shane slammed the door behind us.
do you think he's gonna tell the rest of them?
I really hope not.
I might have ruined my reputation with them.
Sorry.
I think you mean I might have ruined your reputation with them.
Oh, that's right, I can just throw you under the bus.
She threw her head back and laughed, not quite grasping the consequences of her actions. You'll be fine. I'll even be fine. They're students just like us. It's not like we stole it.
But Shane, he was really angry and British.
That's just an act. Don't worry about it, Hana. I said I would protect you, right? Her words seemed genuine enough, but I had a hard time believing her. It was almost as if she planned for us to get caught.
Okay.
I think she's just more genre aware than Hana is. Like, Mai knows that she is in a dating sim.
And she knows that she's not the main character, and it breaks her fucking Kokoro.
You have to say Kokoro every time.
Absolutely. Kokoro.
Weeb!
So, I'm just gonna put in the Japanese tip here that Kokoro means, fuck. That's what it means. It means fuck.
The fact that she's not the main character broke her fuck.
Yep.
That has some terrifying implications I don't want to think about. Good. Now let's head back to the dorms. That competition is tomorrow, and I do not plan on losing due to lack of sleep. You're gonna lose because you suck. The tournament. I completely forgot. Will they even let us participate, considering what we just did?
You're still narrating.
I know, but that was really cute. Mai hummed happily as we skipped down the hall, somehow impervious to my anxieties. She skipped down the hall. I was not skipping. Heart heavy, I
Kokoro
followed
heavy.
her. Only time would tell.
And time waits for no one.
How long have we been recording now?
Oh, this is actually a good place to stop, because it's a dawn of a new day. Dawn of the final day.
I feel like it's only been like half an hour, though.
No, it's been 40 plus minutes.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Want to check out the diary before we leave?
No, that's like we checked that when we start the new one for a recap. We forgot to do that this episode. So, we're not gonna do this now. No. Spoilers for the recap. Spoilers for the recap, Mary.
I'm just trying to figure out where we were. Gosh. Okay, we're gonna leave here. We're gonna end this here. It's day 7. Been here a week. We might have just fucked us over. So, you know.
Yeah, Maya just stabbed us in the goddamn back. Tune in next week to see how we murder that bitch.
We're not gonna murder Mai. Bye.